Hello, everyone. Welcome to the relaunch of Booney Run Acres. We wanted to start out with safety first because have fun, be safe, right? So we recently, as we were having fun, forgot to be safe, and we had a very expensive lesson with where we lost probably about four hours out of our day, certainly delayed the project we were working on, and out of pocket close to $1,000 on an emergency room visit with insurance. So wanted to take some time. It certainly reminded us of safety first. So with that, we prepared some first aid kits to have located safely throughout the property. Wanted to share that information with y'all if you're looking to be prepared in starting your farming adventure, whatever that looks like for you. So with that, prevention. Okay, so first things first when you're is to prevent. Prevention is absolutely the first line of any chain of survival. So prevention with injury while you're working your property and building your property, whatever that looks like for you, prevention. So number one, starting from the head down, is to prevent sunburns, prevent skin cancers from the sun, etc. So starting from the head down, you would want to have a hat. Now, ball caps are great. They absolutely will protect your face. However, they're going to probably miss the tip of your ears, your shoulders. So if you're in an environment that you're working where a wider brimmed hat would be safe, that is something that is wide, covers your ears, covers your face, and it also can help to keep you cool, which is another part of prevention, is preventing dehydration. So you want to make sure you have water nearby. I carry around in my cart when I'm out working for the day a bottle of water because it's easy to neglect hydration when you're out and working. So head, eyes, you want to protect your eyes. Eye Pro, certainly depending on the activity that you're doing, but also protecting your eyes from the sun with a good pair of sunglasses if you're out in the sun. So Eye Pro. Then your arms and your hands, so long sleeve shirts if it's appropriate. What I find to be very helpful, and my partner does as well, is a good pair of leather working gloves. Your hands are gonna get injured anyway, but certainly that'll take you down. So some good leather gloves with a sleeve up is what I like, or a long sleeve shirt, but protecting your hands and your arms, and a couple pairs of gloves, because if they get all wet, you can switch out. So if you're fortunate enough that someone can buy you a pair of gloves, people that loved me got me both of these gloves, and I love them. I think of them every time I wear them. So thanks, guys. Okay, so eyes, hands, and then you want a good pair of protecting your legs as well. I'm still in the denim phase. Have your thing, whatever you like best, but a good pair of pants and some good boots. Very solid, good work boots that are going to be comfortable. Okay? Oh, and your heels. Oh, thanks, guys. So where I can be taken out for the day is when my boots are up against my heels. So you want moleskin, or to treat your blisters really well before you go out in the day. Some good long socks. Just sense, knowing where you feel your pain the most when you've done some day, where your injuries lie. And that's in assessing your environment to make sure that you have what you need to prevent some injury. So step one, prevention. Before we close out step one, what I would encourage everybody to do, and where our injury, in the replay of events where we could have prevented the injury, was an awareness of the situation that you're in and being fully aware. For example, as opposed to stepping on a piece of wood to reach something, going and getting a ladder. So that is, just be aware of, like, when you're looking at what it is that you're doing in your property and what it is that you're doing in your day, ask yourself the question, where does the potential for injury lie? And that is the awareness. That's the awareness of the situation you're in and preventing injury based off of that. Just have your head in the game. Be fully aware of where the risks lie in preventing that. So step 2, prepare. We realized very quickly, immediately, right off the bat, that we did not have any type of first aid equipment located A, in the house, or B, certainly not strategically anywhere on the property. So time in the emergency department, you look around, you'll see what stuff you need to have at your house because they got the same stuff there. So what we did is I made 4 different first aid kits, and they are located in the barn, on the carport, in the tractor, like one that just fits real tightly in the tractor, and then one just inside of the house in the washroom, because you don't have to just deal with whatever the fallout is there. It's easier to clean up. So these are the different first aid kits that I have. And all told, I'm not going to put any recommendations on it. The brands are pretty much all the same. It's gauze, it's cleaner, it's pretty simple stuff. All told, for around $150, all purchased through Amazon, are some first aid things that you can have. This is not, the scope of first aid training exceeds the purpose of this, the objective of this video. There's many resources to build your skill set on this if you're not comfortable. If you're squeamish, you need to know that's even more you need to know about it, because that primary intervention at the site of your property, at the site where you're working, you're doing high risk stuff. So I would challenge you, encourage you, that if you're not comfortable with that, to please get comfortable with that, so that it will save you a lot of, it'll save you. So within our kits, what I did was I got these Chucks pads. The Chucks pads are absorbent. You can put quick pressure on anything that's bleeding, and they can stop your bleeding right there. Just put some stuff around it. So we have Chucks pads located again throughout the property, depending on where the box is, how big the box is how much I have in there. But the Chucks pads. And this particular brand, you can buy them on Amazon. I mean, everything's through Amazon. This is the exact same stuff they use in the emergency department. It's available on Amazon, and it's wound wash. You don't have to worry about mixing anything up. It's a quick pump nozzle. Wound wash is there. And then lots and lots of gauze pads I have in there. And then it just varies. There's ACE wraps. And then because the kits outside are not equipped necessarily for wound care, the kits outside are to just patch up something if it's a boo-boo station, but then it's also a stop the bleed station, essentially, for me, out here at this level. And then the more I get closer to the house, there's actual wound care items in the house. I have a couple of staplers if there's wounds that I feel comfortable stapling at home. There's wound closure kits that are just beautiful. Not that I want anybody to get cut, but I am so excited to save myself $1,000 in 4 hours with this emergency laceration repair kit. Like I said, I'm not looking for somebody to get hurt, but this is going to save me a lot of money and time if somebody does get a laceration that's safe to treat at home from there. Kind of a sideline or a back step, I guess, into prevention is knowing when your last tetanus shot was. They will charge you upwards of $300 to $400 for a tetanus shot in the emergency department. You can keep up to date on that a lot cheaper going through your local pharmacy or your local health department. So that falls in prevention too, is keeping up on your tetanus shot, and know that date, because they're going to give you one if you don't know it. This could be a real simple way to start. Anything is good, but
stay safe.
Prevention. What was it, Bird? Prepare. Yeah. Prevention, prepare. Yeah. Make sure you have it available. Different locations, different size things, but fundamentally something to stop the bleeding, whether that be a towel or a Chuck's pad and some gauze bandages and some wound wash, something simple to get you started. So prevention, in a recap, is making sure you're protected from the head down with good protective equipment, good protective equipment. That's prevention. Prepare. Make sure you know when your last tetanus shot was. Keep up to date on your tetanus shots. If you do get cut, you have resources available if you do get injured to do some good immediate first aid. I have staplers in here. I am excited about laceration repair that doesn't involve an emergency department. That absolutely goes without saying. If you feel like you need to go to an ER and you're not comfortable doing those things, then don't. The ERs are going to stay open. They will be happy to treat you. Any one of them will. We got great care, but it came at a cost, and we should have been better. Number one, we should have prevented the injury and not done dumb shit and stood on a piece of wood and reached up and fell and cut the arm open. Number one, it was a great lesson to learn. Thank God everybody was okay. However, preventatively, be aware of your environment. If you need a ladder, get a ladder. You're going to save yourself time. And then when you need to respond, have your kids conveniently located throughout your property so that you have a way to provide some good pressure and prepare yourself by getting some good first aid training through your local health department, through the Stop the Bleed Foundation, or through your local fire EMS communities, especially in farming communities. Those resources are going to be out there. So be safe, have lots of fun, get dirty, and love your property.